Hello, everybody. It's the interview queen, Alicia Atout here, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to my interview with SZNS. Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Of course. I feel like the most appropriate question is just, how are you doing over there? How have you all been?
We've been good.
Thriving.
Excited
We're
to
making
get
it through the retrograde.
Yeah.
Through the retrograde. We're doing all right though. One member short right now, but
happy to have our fourth single out.
yes.
Yes.
Oh my God. Really, really happy.
That's really fun.
We're definitely going to dive into that, but before the music chatter, just with the way the world is now, things can get really dull if you don't keep yourself busy. So outside of anything music related, what are some things you've just been kind of doing for fun just to occupy your time over there?
We've been playing volleyball every Saturday, and it's like our
Yes.
thing. We play for like 5 hours straight at the beach, and it's really recharging and really fun. I'm super competitive. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
we're like never playing the same.
It's really, really good times.
Mhm.
I've been going to the park a lot and like just kind of like, chilling by myself here and there. Just like Mother Nature.
I've been doing a lot of reading again. I'm going back into
really?
reading,
Yeah.
and that's
Smarty pants. I love that for you.
You're
It's a good look.
I love that. I'm just the Chad here. Oh, volleyball.
You can tell right away, just even mentioning volleyball, like you're ready to go, just diving
Oh,
into
yeah.
I'm ready.
Tomorrow, Saturday. So we're
Ready.
Well, as I mentioned, we definitely have to dive right into your latest single, Build a Boy. I cannot tell you how much I relate to this song, as it's just about being in a relationship where you're just getting the bare minimum from somebody, regardless of you giving it your all. I'm not going to lie, I did cry the first time I heard it. So I just love to know. I know, I was like, do I admit that? Is that kind of lame? Nah, we all
do. Nothing wrong with crying. I do it all the time.
Oh.
Crying is important. You have to get those feelings out. They
Yeah, it
can't
feels
stay
so
pent
good
up.
to just get it.
And I
100%.
love music for that reason. I love being touched by a song and to hear that you like felt emotional because of our song. Like that's so cool.
Mhm.
I mean, like not cool that you cried, but like so cool that it released something in you.
I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to know more just about simply the aha moment of knowing what you really deserve, and then of course wanting to write a track about it.
We all
That's so good.
we all were really going through some like breakups. Like I know at least me and you were definitely going
At
through
the same
breakups.
time, it's just so weird.
And we wrote this song a long time ago, and like I just, at least for me, like I just remember feeling so just like angry and like bitter towards every man ever. I was like, I'm literally never gonna love again. Like I hate dating. I have ruined all my chances of love. Like I was literally just so depressed.
Yeah.
And then where was I going with this? And then I was just like with my girls, and then this other writer, Jason, who is actually now my boyfriend, and we just like all really talked about like our feelings, and like we really were vulnerable with each other for the first time, and like how we were all so done like accepting the bare minimum and like putting up with stuff that you shouldn't be, and like
No more crumbs.
Yeah.
No more.
It was like honestly, like hearing that, taking me back to that moment.
Yeah.
I feel that it was kind of a turning point for us too.
Yeah,
like we really got a lot of our power back after writing that.
Yeah, we took
Like
it back.
yeah, we were like, we don't want to sit in this anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like we wrote it and we were like, gosh, that feels good to get out.
Mhm.
Now I want to like.
Well, yeah, you just get to a point in a relationship, or at least I did. Like I really thought I was dating my first love, and I was with him for 3 years, and I just got so done with the bullshit, and I was like, I don't deserve this. I deserve so much more for myself. And it was so cool to connect with the three of them on this, because it was such a painful experience to go through, because I was like, oh, but I love all this about you, but I have to like go look for it in someone else, or I have to do this, or like really what I took away from this song is that I got to fix me, and I got to be good with me, because that's all I got, you know, and that's really what I worked on.
Because you can't build a boy.
Yeah.
It's like as much as you wish you could, like there's not like, the perfect guy for you.
Yeah.
Like you have to like, I don't know,
Work on yourself.
Work on yourself,
that
and then
way-
find someone that like compliments you.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it'll just come, because that's
Yeah.
you are what you
Because
attract.
you are, yeah, exactly.
If you're
I was
great,
about to say
you're
that.
gonna attract somebody great.
Yeah.
And that's period.
Yeah.
No, it's once you realize what you deserve, that's when you start to attract it, and that's
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
most wonderful thing to experience for sure.
It
I
is.
know when it comes to this song, I do know that you were a little bit nervous about releasing the single, especially because it's fairly personal. So is it difficult for you all to write about topics that are so near and dear to you? Or have you kind of found it easy as you go to open up with these songs?
Honestly, us going into the studio, we like have tried a million times to write like ballads or love songs, and we always come out with like a bad bitch anthem, and we're like,
easier.
Yeah, it's definitely
like
because it's easier, and like it's hard. That was a hard day for us in the studio.
Really, very emotional day.
Yeah, we were, we were all sad, like the emotion.
You're revisiting the feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like opening the wound, and we were quite fresh with each other.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like strange to be with like 3 people who I kind of know, but I don't know them, and be like, this is all my dirt and this is all my drama. Look at all this pain. Let's make something beautiful. But we did it, and I'm really proud of us.
Yeah. And now I feel that since we have this song now, it'll be easier maybe for us to like get in and write it. We haven't actually written like a sadder song since then. Like we have a few, but like Happy Birthday is like, but it's still funny. You know, like we don't have like another slow song like this. So I think next time going into the studio, it'll be like refreshing. Like we won't have to feel so like,
I just haven't been feeling sad.
Yeah.
Something else you should be proud of is the fact that a few days ago, you actually finally got to go out there and see your very own billboard for the first time at Times Square. So just how incredible was it being there, seeing that together? I can only imagine. Like, that's massive.
Surreal is the best word.
No, I could. Like, even when I was standing there, like looking at it, I was like, no way.
Even now,
I was like, am I dreaming? And then it was so fun because we were together. Like that was so cool.
Oh, it was such a good feeling. It was the best feeling ever.
Yeah, we were so excited. Oh my god,
my heart just fell out.
Yeah,
I was like, wow. Like incredible. Like my childhood heart was like dead, screaming. I was like, you know, like I was just can't even talk about it even now. I'm like, wow, because like once upon a time ago, you know, at least in my situation with what we wrote Bitter Boy about, I was in a relationship where he used to tell me like, that's a dream, Spring. Like, you know, like dreams are like, they don't really happen in this life, you know, so like maybe like stop. And I would just, you know, for a minute, I believed that because I lost myself in somebody. And with my story, I want to inspire people to take their power back and not have that happen to them because it's horrible. But I was just like, wow, you know what? Like, go me, girl, and go us, and go team, and hell yeah. Yeah. So it was just like moment.
I think that's the song that I know.
Yeah, right. That it got to see it there. It really was a moment where I was like, oh,
yes, that's funny.
Like,
no, it's incredible because just that feat in itself is an amazing thing, but the fact that there are all these underlining layers and emotions and just experiences you've gone through to actually get to that point, it's almost a little bit of a screw you anthem as well at the same
time. Literally. It wasn't at the time, but definitely into one now. Yeah.
Also, I'd never been to New York, so to be in New York for the first time because like we had a Times Square billboard. Like I was just like, this is like, I'm gonna tell my grandkids about this. Like
she kept saying that.
I'm like
so
you know,
about this, my grandkids, kids.
Like I don't even know if I'm having kids ever, but like I'm gonna.
But if you do, they're gonna hear about it.
I was like, fire! You need love. Show them the pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. I mean, one thing I did want to ask you guys about is the fact that this band has such a unique and cool combination. Just when it comes to the music, there's so many nuances from EDM, of course, some Latin synth, the pop, where you guys do write those bad bitch anthems. So when it comes to your individual music taste and your loves, do you all kind of share the same taste or is it all over the place?
It's very different. Both. Like we have music that we all agree on and all love to listen to together in the car. Like we are fine.
Right.
Like the radio situation.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's also songs that I am definitely not listening to with them, and like songs that I just close the door.
Yeah.
I don't know that. Yeah. I like some. I guess I just like Casey Musgraves. So.
Yeah.
At least there's that common ground where you don't drive each other completely crazy.
Yeah.
We actually like all bonded over Tovlo.
Yeah, we did.
Her album, like
Stay High, one of the best songs ever written.
So good.
It really is. But yeah, like she said, like she grew up on like rock, classic rock. I was on all in the country. She's like Selena, you know, so we're like all a little different, a little same.
A melting pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to call it the big pot of deliciousness, where we all just mix it all together and we have seasons.
Tasty.
Yeah, right?
Well, being a fantastic girl group yourselves, I did have to ask, who would you say is the ultimate girl group of all time?
All
time?
Yep. Because I know mine. It's obvious because I grew up with them. I saw them in concert at 3. But I'm curious for you guys. Like you live this life.
It has to be Spice Girls.
I was gonna say Spice.
Spice Girls.
I was
Yes.
between Destiny's Child, but then I'm like, no,
Yeah.
Spice is life.
Yeah.
Spice.
They really did.
Spice is life.
Full fantasy. They
Yeah.
search you full fantasy. You have all these different ones. Like I just love
No
it.
one will like
Yeah.
ever be as iconic as
Except for us.
Hopefully.
Except for us.
Yeah, no, I mean we love all
We're
girl
trying to come
groups
for
and
them.
like we love like Blackpink, like they're, you know, new age, but like OG
Blackpink is killing.
Spice Girls for
Mhm.
sure.
I'm happy you did bring them up because that's definitely the one that my brain goes to, especially being a
Same.
90s baby. But just speaking to those girl group vibes, I mean, your entire look, all your outfits are amazing. I kind of get that full 90s girl group aesthetic and I'm loving it. And the thing is, I'm 26 now and I feel like at this point, I now know my style 100%, but 10 years ago, not so much. So have you had any phases or kind of funny style obsessions over the years?
Yes.
Yes.
I literally just dyed my hair pink and I'm
Yeah.
like,
I'm like,
where
I'm
am
a red.
Yeah.
I used to look like a country girl. Like I used to look so hometown Indiana. Like I'm from Indiana. So I look like I rode horses every day and now
No, you look really
No,
Chick
Yeah,
came
now
on
I'm
a
like-
horse to the band.
Now I'm like, I don't know, I feel like being in California, I got to explore my personality in all aspects. But once I got in this actual girl group, like they're all so good at fashion. So I was like, okay,
Guess-
point, tip.
Changed
I
it.
see how this
So
goes.
funny.
And then I love how I'm in my body now.
Right. It's so weird because when I think back to growing up, I went through like that whole emo scene phase where those were all the bands I was listening to. And you just look back and you're like, hey, it was me. I don't regret it, but oh boy.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, I
A
feel
lot.
I feel that. Yeah.
too close, sitting too close to home.
Well, the last thing I wanted to bring up is the fact that on my show, I not only interview musicians and groups like yourselves, but I am also a TV host in the world of wrestling. So if you guys could have your own, you all did the exact same thing. You
Go
went back, and
I just had no idea. I didn't know.
Y'all was like, whoa.
all of you like, oh. So I would love to know if you had to have an in-ring wrestling persona, what would that be?
Spicy Mommy Spring.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't see Spicy Spring.
Yeah. I would
Incredible.
definitely be like, I'm gonna ice you or something like that. Like,
Ooh.
kill someone.
These
with
are
my-
good. These are good.
Honestly, I have a boxing background and a karate background, so
You're
I
perfect.
love that whole UFC wrestling like world. I just live for it.
That's amazing. I can see the wheels turning.
Go ahead, say it. You gotta say it.
The only thing that's coming to my mind, this is so embarrassing. I tried to like play Dungeons and Dragons and like I tried to create like my character and I just couldn't take it seriously. So then I just made one up and I was like Priscilla-thon. I'm like a cat.
That's amazing.
She's like a giant
Priscilla-thons? A shy cat?
no, a giant
Oh,
cat.
giant cat.
Like Priscilla, like a cute little cat, but like thon. Like Priscilla.
Like, boom,
I can't
boom.
believe I just talked about that. But yeah, that's my
For you, I was thinking like, you'd be like, I'm a soft summer. And then literally like people would try to like come up to you and they're like, oh, we're gonna beat her down easy. And then you'd be like, like come out with some crazy stuff.
That is a good one, but I have to say, I think the Dungeons and Dragons Insta one is the way to go.
Oh, that was it.
I'm
That was it.
embarrassed.
Also, I'm embarrassed. What are these things that I'm doing?
I'll
with
stick
my
to
body?
Spicy Mommy Spring.
Yeah,
Yeah, my favorite part about band interviews is when you guys discover random things about yourselves through them. Like that was golden.
I was like,
No, that was awesome. I was like, oh,
never heard of that
fun.
one before.
Your cheeks are so red. That's adorable.
Mine? Oh yeah, I'm very embarrassed.
Very nice.
Well, I really do want to say thank you so much for coming on here, for chatting about the music, the fashion, the aesthetic, just everything. I discovered you guys recently, but you are 100% going to be in heavy rotation. So just thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having
Love
us.
you so much.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
This is fun. Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you guys. To everybody watching, this has been the absolutely lovely Seasons. Be sure to check out Build a Boy along with Alicia2.com for more exclusive interviews and features. We'll see you guys.
Bye.